You're listening to the Yes, I'm Still Sober podcast with John Rabin. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Yes, I'm Still Sober podcast. I'm John Rabin. This is episode 81, recorded on today, January 15th, 2020. Hope everybody's doing well. It's one of the hardest, or I guess January or February be the hardest month of the year for people, I guess, emotionally, because it's like the whole winter blues shit, after the holidays. You'd think that January would be the one, because it's just this drag of a month, and we're halfway through. And I'm hoping that everybody's doing all right. I feel like I'm doing all right. I did this thing where I'm now into a new game, a new online game. I've been playing the whole Battle Royale type. I've been playing PUBG, Battle Royale for months and months, and I finally got into a new game. I'm into Grand Theft Auto Online, and of course, I've been playing Grand Theft Auto GTA, since the first one came out on PC in the 90s. I've been playing all of them. I've played all of them extensively. So this has been a kind of a long time coming, and I never played it because I didn't like playing with other people, and I still don't particularly care for it, but I mean, it's fun. It's really obsessive, trying to design your character and figure out who your guy's gonna be. I was dressed like a Tarantino John Woo character with that suit for a while, like I'm a Reservoir Dog criminal, and then now I've kind of upgraded it more into a John Wick looking motherfucker, and playing around, and of course it took me at the beginning. It didn't take very long for me to go into the settings and figure out, all right, how do I cut off? Like, I already had my mic off because I'm not going to chat with people online. I'm just not going to do it, and because other people's personalities. I don't want to hear it. And also, so I cut off everybody else's chat so I can't hear anybody else. So that at least in my mind, when I'm playing, I can pretend that these other characters that I'm doing heists or missions with, or who are running around as I'm running around, I can pretend that they're adults, and they're not. That's the thing, is that I was playing, like when I first was playing it, and I'm in this mission with this other character who's, way higher level than me, because I had just started and they've been playing a while and they're all very skilled. And all of a sudden their mic came on, and, the fucker was 10 years old. Like, it just, and I was like, holy shit, this can't be right. How is this okay? That, because, ask yourself, would you let me play with your kids? Then how? Because I am. I'm absolutely playing with them. And if I left my mic on, I could be chatting them up. And let's not even go in the route of perversion and that kind of inappropriate shit. Just think in terms of like planting ideas. Like, I could just get online and playing with a bunch of kids and just going, hey, have you considered voting for Bernie? Like, just when you're old enough, in 8 years. Bernie will be 87. Vote Bernie 2028. Like, how could I just not, kids, your parents are lying to you. The earth is not round. Like, I could go that route. How is this? It just seems like this shouldn't be. It doesn't feel right, but that's fine. I've got everybody muted so that I can enjoy it, and at least in my mind, like, oh, everybody's an adult here. They're not. So that's online gaming. So You know, you think your kids are just playing. Oh, they're just playing with other kids. There's a lot of fucking old nerds out there. But and you know, kids talking shit with them. Oh, on the upside is your kids are probably owning them. There's nothing. That's the other reason I've got everybody muted is I don't want to know the age of the child that is kicking the shit out of me online on this game. I just don't. I don't want to know. It seems like a good thing not to know. Just ego-wise. Or maybe it is good since my ego is, you know, inflated. I do, you know, because I'm a white male in my 40s, so I suffer from the same disorder that most white males in their 40s have, which is an inflated ego. And so I guess maybe a little humbling by a teenager every once in a while is it's good. That seems healthy. Why not? But the thing about it is about that playing that game is that addictive personality really comes out because it's fucking fun. It's a fun game. But it's really easy just, well, this is my day, everyone. I'm just going to do this for the next 6 hours. And because on the one hand, it's good for me. It's actually, that's why I waited until this month to do it. Because I knew it'd be a down month. You know, just coming back from vacation. So I'm hitting that low. You know, it's like you have that high week and then you come back and then it's like, oh, back to reality, everybody. Boom. So I knew that was coming. So I was waiting to start a new game during a month that was going to be, you know, like either cold or just nasty weather. Not a whole lot going on. Still where I could just go, fuck all this. I'm just going to jump on the old Xbox. But it's a balance though. That addictive personality that I have, you know, I gotta watch it and make myself, because it's just like any of the other online games I've played. You play a while and it's real easy to get sucked into it and just keep going. You're like, no, let me do one more thing. No, let me do one more thing. You just have to like cut it off and go, nah. And then about 10, 15 minutes go by and you're like, oh yeah, I can go do my shit now. I have errands. I've got a thick layer of cat hair on the floor. I might want to sweep that up, you know, that kind of shit. So that's the only deal. But it's been, you know, it's gotten me through half the month. It's this stupid ass game. But that's what's been going on with me. So yeah. Anyway, the one thing about it is I mean that's the deal about the slow month or months in winter is. For me, you know, for a lot of people, it's depressing. You know, and you get the blues and different things going on. But for me, it's more of a boredom, kind of a restlessness thing. And which is where the, you know, GTA Online comes in. That's totally helping me out with just that kind of the pacing and the, you know, I'm bored, I got to go do something kind of feeling. And because I don't have that issue that I used to have where it was, you know, I'm going to get myself into trouble kind of a deal, you know, when I'm bored. You know, let's go out and wreck shit. You know, let's fuck up our lives. This is what we're going to do. Woo! Kind of a mentality. I'm also at an age where I don't have the energy to do that. Like it seems like a whole lot of work to wreck my life now, and I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, that's kind of a thing to watch out for these months. You know, the depression and also just the end of boredom. Just being bored, looking for something to do. To keep yourself occupied. Keeping yourself occupied and with projects and something that I'm getting back into. I've been, you know, forcing myself to kind of write some more stuff, comedy material, and sort of a new process that I've been doing, and I've kind of thrown it in. And hopefully it's not as noticeable when I've been doing it over the past, several episodes. Actually, most of my episodes of this podcast is, when I have an idea that I've written, a bit that I've written, that I kind of talk it out and I find it interesting. So I bring it on the podcast. It's sort of like a first step kind of a thing. Because that way because I'm talking to somebody, quote unquote. I'm recording something that people are going to hear. So so there's that kind of awareness about what I'm saying. But I'm not in front of an audience yet. So it's like the first draft before going to an open mic. And I mentioned that because I've got some things that I'm going to run by you guys. And it's not really, I've got some jokes to run by you. It's more of I got some ideas that I'm kind of working out. So I thought I'd just talking points. But the other thing about that is that I've got some things that I've thought of. And I'm like, I wonder if this is going to be a joke. And then actually kind of looking at it going, no, this wouldn't work on stage. This is way too much bullshit. Like, this is just, this is interesting, but it's not, haha, that's hilarious. It's more like, that's something. That's something is definitely a podcast bit. That's definitely something that makes a podcast. I hate to pull the curtain back, but that's basically what I do. It's just, hey, here's a thing that's not good enough for stage. Join me, everybody. I kind of do that a little bit, but one thing I've been noticing, because my girlfriend lives with me now, so Lucas the dog lives with us, and so I'm a dog owner now. In a way, I've been since me and my girl have been together. I've definitely walked him several times, and so doing that whole thing, and I've noticed it bothers me that there are people who insist on their dogs meeting other dogs because they're out at like a dog park or they're just out walking in public, and they kind of, when it's obvious that dog doesn't want to meet that other dog, like they're fine with their pack, it's like they've got the loyalty, they've got my owner. And, I know enough dogs, and I can tell I project how I feel about meeting new people onto dogs, but I can see them, dude, they're uncomfortable when they're like meeting, like you see them at a dog park or something where they're just, no, let them sniff around here, and they're kind of wagging, but it's that kind of fake, it's like a hesitating wag. It's just like wag. I'm kind of just doing this so that my owner is pleased with me, but really, yeah, everything's cool. Let's pretend. All right, this has been enough. Okay, you need to get me away because I'm about to bite this bitch. Like, it really is that kind of a thing. And then what happens is, they just immediately, it's like this pause. It's like self-control for a little bit. And then it's like, man, fuck this dog. Because they sense that dog's an asshole or is just not compatible. And that's the whole deal, is not everybody needs to like everybody. Like, we can stay in our own lane and work on getting along with people by, leaving them, staying out of their business, let them stay out of your business and move on. But, not everybody needs to like everybody. I mean, it doesn't, but also don't quit trying to make it happen. It's just not, and it's very much the same. I'm very much the same way as some of those problem dogs at a dog park, You put me in public and I'm just like, all right, like, oh, John, I've got somebody you must meet. I don't know. It's like, no, they're in the entertainment business as well. Oh, God damn it. Wag. I'm just fake wagging my own tail. They're like, oh, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm being nice. What is that? You're an Instagram influencer? Oh, fuck you. I need to get out of here. I'm going to bite this bitch. Like, I'm really the same fucking way, man. You can't get me to like people. That's what I want to do. I want to small talk with somebody I can't fucking stand. No, let's not. We don't have to talk. I can be fine across the room from you. And I do that sometimes when I've got Lucas out and we've got this, because there's this small dog park in the apartment complex, like just across, like just outside of our complex. There's a small park, like fenced in. And I'll be out there letting Lucas run around, figure out, all right, am I going to shit here? No. And then he just moves on and he takes for fucking ever. But, you know, I'm in there. I'm giving him his space. However, he needs to do whatever. And then somebody will bring their dog in. And I'm like, oh, all right, Lucas, we got to go. Because sometimes there's some dogs that Lucas isn't compatible with. He has a problem with, you know, pit bulls and German shepherds and shit. You know, he's just like, you know, because he's an older dog and it's, you know, alpha male shit, I guess. I don't know. Just for whatever reason. And so I you know, I put the leash on him and we're about to leave. And the person who owns the dog is like, oh, is he not friendly? And I just kind of want to go, no, the dog's fine. I'm not friendly. So we got to go. Because the last thing I want to do is small talk about dogs with you just because our pets needed to poop at the same time. Like we don't have to, you know, under the guise of, I don't want my dog to cause problems, I'm getting the fuck out of here. That's really what it is. That's absolutely true. Anyway, so what's my other chunk here I was looking at? Yeah, I've been thinking about my past life. I don't mean that in a reincarnation kind of way. The pre-sobriety life. The number of times, you know, because I've been arrested 8 times. So I've gone to jail a lot. Now, I'm a felon, but I'm not an ex-con. Those are 2 separate things. And I've told people that it's, you know, big difference between jail and prison. It's the difference between being, air quotes, locked up and then locked up. It's a whole lot of, it's a different level. It's a different commitment. You know, the biggest thing that could happen to you in prison, you could be shanked, or, you know, you could be, you know, assaulted in the shower, versus the worst thing that could happen to you in jail is really shitty TV. There's a lot of bad TV that goes on that people will watch. So that's the difference. You know, prison, sexual assault. Jail, Jim Belushi. I did that. I came in, you know, out of my cell into the main room, and they've got on the TV. I'm like, what are we watching? What's on? According to Jim? Huh. All right, everybody. Well, I'm gonna be in the shower. This is way better than fucking Jim Belushi. I saw them. It's one time. This is a thing that I learned about guys who are locked up. They're watching. They always watch like the 2.5 Men, and then they watch Big Bang Theory. And we were watching the Big Bang Theory, and they did Sheldon, I guess I think his name. He said, he goes, he tells a joke. He goes, a neutron walks into a bar and asks how much for a drink, and the bartender says, for you, no charge. And I actually laughed. I was like, ha! And I'm the only one who laughed. Everyone looked at me, and I feel like I lost cred for like a week, because you're not supposed to let on that you're smart, but that you get nerd shit, I guess. But the thing is that they watch Big Bang Theory for 30 minutes, and they never laugh. And I know you're going, yeah, of course not. It's a shit show. No, but I mean, they will chuckle at 2.5 Men, but they will not laugh at Big Bang Theory at all. They're just staring, and I'm like, if you guys don't think this is funny, why the fuck are we watching this? And they're like, for the chicks. And that's it. They're watching it to look at the girls. And I was like, what the fuck? Why on earth would you just watch TV for the girls? That's dumb. But then I was still in jail. This is during my 6-month stint. I figured it out because after being in there for 2 weeks, then I was doing the same shit because I would watch Telemundo with my Latino cohorts, and I don't understand a goddamn thing that's going on, but I'm watching Telemundo, man, because every woman on Telemundo is hot as shit. So I'm just watching it, and if you're wondering, so you guys just objectified women? You goddamn right we did. You know why? Because no one is woke in jail. That's why. It's true. It's just like, look, it's just me and all these fucks in here. So yeah, any chance we can look at a lady, we're going to look at a lady on the TV. It's just a different level of watching TV. It's very, very bizarre, man. It was just kind of strange. How you can get used to something, and it fits with the same kind of thing, like if you've ever seen the place where somebody lives, and who's going under a major addiction, like they're a junkie or whatever, crackhead junkie, and you've ever seen how they live. And you're just like, what the fuck? Or even not even, drugs, like just any other kind of addiction or hoarding or whatever else. Just the level that they're in, you're like, how does somebody live here? And it's like, well, they didn't start this way. They didn't start with, hey, let's, bring in crusted dishes and crap everywhere, and they didn't move in and put shit on the floor. Like, it's a gradual thing that it's slowly you get into. But it's the same way with jail. Just any kind of experience where you're unfamiliar at first and you're like, what the fuck? Because it doesn't, there's no common sense to the processes in jail. Like, don't cross this line, but follow this line, but that's not on the right side, it's on the left side, so we're not following traffic rules, and the processes by which you have to use the phone, or to order commissary, or how this works. Like, everything is just dumb. It just doesn't make any sense until you get into it, until you figure out how things are, and then in the process about, okay, now you're going into this holding cell, and depending on what happens to you, are you going to get arraigned, or are they going to release you on personal bond within 12 hours? Do you sit in this cell for a while, or do they transfer you out into the Del Valle, part of county, which is out of town, on the outskirts of town, or are you going to stay here because you're going to be a trustee? Like, there's all these things. So, like, the first time I got arrested, the first time I spent a night in jail, quote unquote locked up, like, it was almost like I was a tourist, because I didn't know what was going on at all. It was like, wow, you're gonna take my belongings and put it in a bag? This is just like on TV. It's that kind of shit, but also scary, because you didn't know what was going on. And if you contrast that versus the last time I got arrested, which was a public intoxication arrest, and I'm in jail. I'm in this cell right next to this young kid. Is his first arrest, and he's freaking out, and I'm just trying to take a nap and sleep it off. And I'm just like, my eyes are closed. I'm like, dude, this is your first time getting arrested. What was it, public intoxication? Yeah, you'll be out of here in 4 hours. So you might as well just kind of sit there. It's no big deal. Just chill the fuck out, and you'll be out of here soon. Oh, it's just a fine. It's like a really big parking ticket. You're going to be fine. They're just letting you sleep it off, and then they'll release you, and then at this point you can just, fucking figure it out. And sure enough, yeah, he was gone in actually 2 hours. It's just the relaxed, my feet were kicked up. I just did not give a shit. It was just like, oh, this particular jail cell is better than some. That kind of shit. The first time I was arrested, no, it was the second time. The second time I was arrested, I had to stay for longer. It was like, because I didn't get the personal bond right away, so it was kind of like it was a delay. So I was there longer, and it was so boring. But they let us out, and it was the first time I got a meal. Like it was a bag. The first time I got a bag meal. Now look, I don't remember if it was my first time arrested or second time arrested. It's been 17 years, you guys. 17 years, I can't remember. But one of the first time I ate the food out of a bag, which was a sandwich, which is, if you've ever had bologna in county, it is the worst lunch meat on the face of the earth. It's absolutely, you shouldn't eat it. The bread's wet. You don't know how old the sandwich is. It's not good. You shouldn't. There's a whole lot of things in there that if you're going to get out within a day, don't fucking eat it. But so I tried to eat a little bit of it. No. But the one thing that was edible was it was a package of crackers, and I ate mine really fast. But then I was just sitting there going, well, that didn't really do anything. And I'm just kind of sitting there reflecting on how the fuck did I get myself into this situation. And this guy walked by, this other inmate walked by, and he just slid me the crackers that he had in his bag and just kind of like nodded at me and kept walking. And I was like, oh, fuck. Hell yeah, man. So I open up the pack, and I get the cracker, like the cheese cracker sandwich, and I'm about to put it in my mouth, and I go, wait a minute. Am I his bitch now? Did I just agree to something? Because I don't know jail rules, man. I don't know if later he's going to be like, all right, I own you. What? Hey, you accepted those crackers. It's a sacred bond. Fuck. Stupid crackers. I don't know. That was my thought. That was totally my thought process. Turns out no. But at the time, I don't know. I didn't know if I was, now a member of the skinheads because I decided to eat some crackers. Although that makes sense now that I'm saying it out loud. Those two definitely are connected. All right. Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to talk things out. As I've been thinking about it, I don't have enough bits about being in jail. So I kind of wanted to talk about some notes that I had written down. And thank you guys for helping me out on that. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. I'm glad all my, I'm glad I'm very legal now because I'm just, I'm too old to be doing that shit. I don't think I have the patience to deal with county anything, really. If anybody been to the DMV, it's just fucked up. It's hard to deal with. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me this week. I hope everybody stays sober and or sane over the next week, and we'll see you next Wednesday or Thursday or whenever you listen to this motherfucker. So I appreciate it. This has been Yes, I'm Still Sober. I'm John Rabin. Later.
it right.